now that's looking very sharp and obviously high resolution. The resolution is clearly no different. It just looks easier on the eye, doesn't it? Righty-ho, we're getting towards the end of this now. Well, actually, there's loads more that you can do, but at some point I'm going to stop and you're going to have to sort of improve it yourself with your own take on the game. But one thing that the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed is that my lives are currently at -3. Well, that's because, quite simply, if I miss the ball, if you didn't watch the solution video, which because you're very clever and you didn't have to, you'll have realised even, that the lives can just keep going down by 1. We haven't got any command in here to say if lives equals 0, then the game is to end. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do it, but then I'm going to ask you to do it in a different way so you can put your own sort of spin on the game. So we want to say, if lives equals 0, then stop the game. Well, that's actually quite easy to do. And where we've been using the stage for our backdrop, we can also have a forever command in here. And we have a forever in there that basically says, if lives equals 0, which is easy enough because if operators, I want an equals one this time. There he is. Put it in there. I need my variable, which is here, lives, and I'll put it there. If lives are equal to 0, then we want to stop everything. I think it's events. Is it events or is it control? I always forget. Maybe it's control. There it is. Stop all. Blink. So just to prove to you that works, let's lose some lives. We're down to 2. Let's make sure we don't hit that one. We're down to 1. We've got 1 life left. And the game has stopped, which is what we want, which is lovely. But I want you to improve it. You see, the thing is this. Let's go to our backdrops. And now I'm going to get rid of that. So now when we play the game, now it's looking very sharp and obviously high resolution. The resolution is clearly no different. It just looks easier on the eye, doesn't it? But the whole point now being is it stops. But where it stops, and the game has completely stopped, everything's stopped, I'm thinking that what you should do is have a big message that says game over. And maybe what you could even do is make the ball and the paddle disappear. Wow! I've never taught this before. I think this is quite cool. So we want a message that says game over. No ball, no paddle, no bricks. So think about this logically. Here is your instructions. First of all, you have a backdrop. It's called backdrop 2 at the moment. I think that's a bit confusing. I'm going to call it backdrop. Press enter. It changed here. Why don't you paint a new backdrop? Okay, and just on it, because you can have some text, maybe the words game over. Or if you want to be really fancy, you could go and copy and paste a game over like graphic from the internet. Go on Google, search for a game over. I wonder if a PNG would work, transparent. Try it. But you know how we learned how to broadcast previously? When we looked at was it the ball, wasn't it? Broadcasting had been hit, that's right. Oh, the brick broadcasting that had been hit. That was the one. I wonder if we could have it so in the code on here, instead of this, which we kind of want that, but maybe in here, if lives equals 0, then change the backdrop costume to be the one that says game over. Okay, new backdrop, switch it to backdrop 2. That's going to be in looks. And then we could broadcast a message. You could make a new message called game over. And then you can go to the paddle and the ball and say, when I receive game over, hide. It does mean that when you start the game, you need to show as well. But that's your task. What I want you to do in this one is I simply want you to change the backdrop so it says game over. The ball and the paddle are going to disappear, and you need to double check that when you start the game again, the ball and the paddle are back again. So that is your task. That's quite a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. What a minute. How can I see what you come up with? You just email to, you don't even have my email address.